Okay, so what I wanted to work on now is some cool sort of surf shirts, which stuff I get asked to do quite a bit. So let's open a new document, Control N or new document in the top corner, and then I'm going to jump over to Internet Explorer, and let's bring this across so we can just have a little look at some ideas for t-shirts. Now obviously we're not going to rip people's ideas off, but it's great to get some inspiration. Here we've got a camping shirt there, surfing style, and there's one I saw down here. You see there's quite a lot with circles, things cut out, so we can come back to them. So that some components we're going to need is some nice squirty fonts, maybe some vector images, and a quick way to get those is by using Dingbats. So let's just jump back to that font, one of my favourites. Let's bring that back across here. And this is always great for public domain. Obviously you need to check when you download any of these objects, any like fonts, Dingbats, whatever, check the licensing agreement. A lot of it is not for commercial use, it's for personal use only. And if you are going to use it, you may well need to pay a royalty, but just check when you download stuff, because there will be some information or somewhere on this website as well. Okay, so I'm going to type in surf in the search bar and let's see what we got. Perfect. Surf by Woodcutter, so you can download that. And Surf Bay, that looks nice. Let's download that. That's good. That will do for a minute. Let's not mess around too much. Okay, let's get rid of that. Now, one of my favourite t-shirts to use is Bella and Canvas. And so let me just get their website up and bring that across to here. And what I like to use with I like to print with Bella and Canvas t-shirts. The quality is great, it's organic, it's fair trade, it's got all of the right sort of ticks all the right boxes, especially when you're trying to sell a product through Facebook. It's better to have like a nicer t-shirt and go for this eco-friendly sort of, you know, recycled and all of those things are good upsells rather than your cheap basic other type of t-shirts. I won't mention any brands. So what I'm going to use here is I'm going to grab the Snipping Tool. So what we would do in this case is we would grab this image like that, and we're going to copy that, Control copy, make sure I got that, copy, and then jump back to CorelDraw, Control V, let's put that girl down there, and again that t-shirt there, new, and again Control C, and drop that down as well. So they're going to be our models for this t-shirt that we're going to produce, and we're going to pop that over there. And as you saw, the beauty of Bella and Canvas is look at the colours on here. I was just working on an orange t-shirt which worked fantastic. So I quite like the things like some petrol colours in here as well, aqua, perfect for a surf shirt. Look at that, that's great. So let's stick with the white t-shirt for a moment, and then we'll introduce some other colours just after. Okay, so let's just drop this back over here. Now I've installed that font already, so the Dingbats. So I'm going to come over with my text tool, drop it down and put in capitals A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Right, okay. Now, that font there, sorry, let me get rid of that. This font's selected. I'm going to come up, and the beauty of installing with CorelDraw is the fact that when you install the fonts, you don't need to restart CorelDraw. So Dingbats, there you go. These are vectors, and they're scalable, and you can do what you want with them, manipulate them, and so on. This is perfect. So I've got a set up already, and I'm going to break that apart by pressing Control K, and that means I can take this bus out of here, possibly that dude, that one as well. That'll do. We don't need loads. Just to give us a bit of an idea. Chuck them over there. Now I want to put in something like some text. So let's go surf city, USA, I don't know if we use that, Huntington Beach, California, so that'll do for a minute. Let's give us a few ideas. Right, let's jump that over there. Let's find that font. I think it was Surf, whack in Surf Bay. There we go, we got it. So we wouldn't want all of that in Surf Bay font because it'd be too much. Maybe just the top line. So again, break it apart. Let's take Huntington Beach. Let's make that just something standard like Arial, bold. Let's change the text to uppercase. So let's change case, uppercase. It's always handy. Let's whack that in here. Let's space it out a little bit to give it a bit more dominance. California could be scribbled underneath like so. Let's keep Surf City like that. USA, that's, I think we know where California is. Let's go, what was on that one? Something like Pacific Coast. Let's go Pacific Coast, and let's keep that in the same Arial font for now. We don't want to overpower it. And now let's whack in an ellipse tool using the circle. Let's put that about here. I'm going to highlight the text, shift key down, highlight the circle, text, fit text path from menu. Font's too boring. Let's change the font to Bondi. Blue Highway. That'll do. Arrange, break apart. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to increase the size of that. Decrease the size of that. This is too big. So to reduce it from the center point, what I'm doing is holding down the shift key. So when I come to the sizing corner, it's just going to take the scaling from the center out, which is quite a handy little tool. I think that's too much on the bottom. I'm going to change that as well to this, not that. Crazy man was this one, California. Let's put that back in there. Let's bring this, we could have one of these cars or any of this stuff. Boring. Work. Good work. Let's write that in. So I'm going to centralize all of that, highlight all of it, and press C. That's going to bring that across. That guy doesn't look right because it just feels off center. So I'm going to move that across manually by selecting it and using the cursor keys left and right. I'm quite happy with that for a moment for a concept idea for a t-shirt, and then I would bring that across, pop that onto the t-shirt. Let's grab that girl, bring her back to my pad over here, and let's just bring that down to the right sort of size on my drawing pad. Pop that in there. So I want the front and back the same, so I can pull my rulers down just to make sure that it's exactly in the same spot, and I'll just resize with that. Move my arrow keys around just to make sure she's in the right position there, and I'm going to select the girl and move that across to the center of that drawing pad, and I'm going to right click, lock the object down so I can't move it now. And so what I'm going to do is grab the logo, resize it, and let's just say that was going to be on the front of the shirt. That would be there. What we could do is add a distress layer over the top of that if you wanted to make that a little bit more interesting. We could add some colour into it as well. So first off, let's make a distress layer. Let me just go back and grab so distress layer. I'm just going to bring that tab across over here now so you can see that. Images, you can use any colour you want. That's quite heavy, that's quite a nice one. So I'm going to copy that image and we're going to get rid of that now, pop that back over here. Now when you're doing distress layers, what you need to do is make sure you get this from, I'm going to paste this down, from this vector into some line artwork now. Sorry, not vector, from a bitmap. So it's literally, it's not very useful at all at the moment. Let's move those out of the way. Right, this here I'm going to, right, first off we're going to go adjust. So now I'm going to go bitmap and mode, and I'm going to convert it to black and white image, so it's just a 2-part color, and we're going to make sure that line art is selected. You can adjust the threshold of how much you do and don't get, and I'm going to press OK. So in this particular case now, I can, because this is now actually a vector, and you can see it's got a fill, a white fill behind. If I go over to the palette on the right hand side, I can click with the left mouse button and remove the fill. Now if I click with the right mouse button on the white, I've now created the line art as white, which now if I laid this over the top of the t-shirt, just very roughly, just so you get a bit of an idea, and I'll spin that round so it's up the other way, you can see that your image now looks distressed. Now the t-shirt they've got underneath there is not exactly white, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the colour match tool from the bottom left hand corner and select this t-shirt, which is now giving me a new sort of off-white colour. I'm going to right click on that, so selecting my line artwork, right click on that, and you can see now that the white has disappeared and it's now the t-shirt colour that's behind.